following is a demonstration of the conduct of the ballot paper draw for councillor conducted by the returning officer to determine the order of candidates' names on the ballot paper. The returning officer should not conduct the draw without prior approval from the New South Wales Electoral Commission head office. The returning officer should advise the media and council contacts of the time and date of the ballot paper draw so they may be present. The New South Wales Electoral Commission will contact candidates advising the time of the ballot paper draw. The full list of materials and stationery items required to conduct the draw are provided in the returning officer's standard operating procedures. These include the returning officer announcement for ballot paper draw, councillor, no group voting square, LG 207B. The result of ballot paper draw councillors, no groups LG 210, printed from the election homepage. The names of the accepted candidates printed from Emma. 1 cylinder for each candidate. Small ballot box and plastic security seals. Stationery such as sticky tape, scissors and pens. As the returning officer, you will be responsible for the draw and should be assisted by office assistants. As media may be present, it is advisable that all staff are dressed professionally. As it is a public presentation, you may be slightly nervous. Take your time and ensure you follow each step of the process. Please be mindful that the draw is a public event that will be scrutinised. You should ensure that you and your staff undertake the draw with integrity and do not make any comments about candidates and their policies. You should be aware that candidates or media may film this process on their mobile devices. The following steps will show the conduct of the draw for councillor with no groups. Returning officer and office assistants conduct the ballot paper draw using the script provided.
In accordance with the provision of the Local Government General Regulation 2005, I hereby nominate as candidates for election as councillor the following persons whose nomination I believe to be valid and have not been cancelled for Canada Bay. I will indicate whether the word independent or the name or abbreviated name of a registered political party is to be indicated adjacent to the candidate's name on the ballot paper. Becker Frederick, Independent. Smith Sylvia, Christian Democratic Party Frednow Group. Councillor Ronald, Labour. Andrews Tiffany. Whitcomb David, The Greens. Chill Dwayne, Independent. Roberts Joe, Liberal. Wong Anna, Independent. Turner Shane. Collins Jacqueline, Independent. No candidate has withdrawn his or her name from nomination. As there are more candidates nominated than are required to be elected, I hereby announce that an election will be held on Saturday, 4th of September 2021, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. for the election of 8 councillors for Canada Bay.
Step 1.
An identical slip begins bearing the surname and given name of each candidate and the registered political party name, abbreviated party name, or the word independent, as requested on the nomination form for the position of councillor, has been prepared and are here for inspection.
Step 2.
The empty ballot box is displayed and those present may inspect it if they wish.
Step 3.
I will now explain the process of how the councillor draw will take place. I will then close each slip in separate identical containers, seal each container, and place each container in the ballot box. The order in which each container is placed in the ballot box will be the same as the order in which each nomination was received by me. That is, as the first person to lodge a nomination with me was Becker Frederick. It will be the first container placed in the ballot box. The second person to nominate was Smith Sylvia. It will be the second container placed in the ballot box. This order will continue until the container for Collins Jacqueline, who was the final person to nominate, is placed in the ballot box. Becker Frederick, Independent. Thank you. Smith Sylvia, Christian Democratic Party, Fred Now Group. Thank you.
This process is repeated till all candidates have been read. Be careful to ensure the lid on each cylinder is securely tightened. This is to ensure the lid of the cylinder is not dislodged when the ballot box is shaken. Step 4.
I will securely fasten the ballot box. I will shake and rotate the ballot box. I will invite anyone else to do the same. Thank you. Okay. Would like anyone? Thank you.
Once the ballot box has been shaken and opened, do not shake the ballot box again. Step 5.
I will now open the ballot box and remove the containers one by one and record in consecutive order the surname and given name of each candidate. The first name removed will be the first candidate on the ballot paper. The second name removed will be the next in order, and so on until the final name has been removed. Does anyone have any questions in relation to these procedures?
Step 6.
I will now conduct a draw to determine the order for councillor on the ballot paper. Thank you.
Ensure the ballot box is held above the returning officer's eye line.
Smith Sylvia, Christian Democratic Party, Fred Now Group. Thank you. Chill Dwayne, Independent.
This process is repeated till all candidates have been read. Step 7.
I will now sign the record of the draw and invite anyone else to also sign in the record.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The returning officer must immediately enter the draw results into Emma and scan and email a copy of the draw results sheet to the New South Wales Electoral Commission. Delays in this process will delay the ballot paper proofing process. Printed copies of the draw sheet may be provided to anyone present at the draw. A similar process is followed for the conduct of the mayoral ballot paper draw. Please refer to your standard operating procedure for the relevant process and forms.